The Way of the Intercepting Fist. What is Jeet Kune Do? Jeet Kune Do sounds pretty badass, right? It is. Translated as the Way of the Intercepting Fist, it's a martial art unlike any other. Forget rigid forms and ancient traditions. Jeet Kune Do is about freedom, efficiency, and brutal honesty in combat. Created by the one and only Bruce Lee, Jeet Kune Do is about using what works. No dogma, no limitations. It's about adapting to your opponent and the situation, striking with lightning speed and devastating power. This isn't some mystical, esoteric art. Jeet Kune Do is pure, unadulterated fighting. It takes elements from other martial arts, but it's not bound by them. It's about evolving, constantly seeking improvement, and becoming the ultimate martial artist. So if you're looking for a martial art that's as practical as it is powerful, Jeet Kune Do might just be your jam. Buckle up because we're about to dive deep into the world of Bruce Lee's creation. The Dragon's Path, Bruce Lee and the birth of Jeet Kune Do. Bruce Lee, a legend, a martial arts icon, and the driving force behind Jeet Kune Do. Lee's journey began with Wing Chun Kung Fu, but he quickly realized limitations. He saw traditional martial arts as too rigid, too bound by tradition. Lee envisioned something more fluid, more adaptable. He wanted a martial art that was free from limitations, one that embraced all fighting styles and discarded what didn't work. This led him to develop Jeet Kune Do. Imagine Bruce Lee, lightning fast, unleashing a flurry of punches and kicks. That's Jeet Kune Do in action. It's about speed, power, and unpredictability. It's about breaking down your opponent, both physically and mentally. Lee's philosophy was simple: absorb what is useful, discard what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. Jeet Kune Do is a reflection of this philosophy, a constantly evolving martial art that emphasizes personal expression and growth. No style has styled the techniques and principles of Jeet Kune Do. So what makes Jeet Kune Do tick? It's all about a few key principles. Simplicity. Jeet Kune Do cuts through the BS. No fancy moves, just direct, efficient techniques designed to end a fight quickly. Directness. Forget about roundabout attacks. Jeet Kune Do is about taking the most direct path to your opponent, exploiting openings, and delivering devastating strikes. Adaptability. This is where Jeet Kune Do truly shines. It's about being a chameleon, adapting to your opponent's style and using their weaknesses against them. Non-telegraphic movement. No wind-ups, no telegraphing your attacks. Jeet Kune Do is about lightning-fast strikes that leave your opponent guessing. Jeet Kune Do borrows techniques from boxing, fencing, Wing Chun, and even street fighting. It's a melting pot of combat, all geared towards one goal: maximum effectiveness. Think of it like this. Jeet Kune Do is like building your own custom fighting system. You take what works for you, discard what doesn't, and constantly refine your skills. Section 4. Beyond the traditional Jeet Kune Do versus other martial arts. Now let's talk about how Jeet Kune Do stacks up against other martial arts. We're talking karate, taekwondo, kung fu, the whole shebang. Here's the thing, Jeet Kune Do isn't about being better than other martial arts. It's about being better. It encourages you to take what's useful from other styles and incorporate it into your own personal expression of combat. Traditional martial arts often get bogged down in rituals and forms. Jeet Kune Do throws that out the window. It's about practicality, about what works in a real fight. That doesn't mean traditional styles are useless. They provide a solid foundation in technique and discipline. But Jeet Kune Do takes it a step further, encouraging you to think critically about your training and constantly adapt. It's like the difference between learning to cook from a cookbook and becoming a master chef. One gives you the basics, the other allows you to create your own culinary masterpieces. Section 5. The Art of the Warrior: Fitness and Self-Defense through Jeet Kune Do. Let's be real, training in any martial art is going to whip you into shape. But Jeet Kune Do? That's a whole other level of fitness. We're talking explosive power, lightning-fast reflexes, and the endurance of a marathon runner. Remember those lightning-fast punches and kicks Bruce Lee was famous for? Those don't come easy. Jeet Kune Do training involves intense cardio, strength training, and flexibility exercises. But it's not just about physical fitness. Jeet Kune Do also sharpens your mind. It teaches you awareness, strategy, and the ability to adapt to any situation. That's where the real self-defense aspect comes in. Imagine walking down a dark street, feeling confident and aware of your surroundings. That's the power of Jeet Kune Do. It's not about picking fights, it's about having the confidence and skills to avoid them and to defend yourself if necessary. Section 6. Legends of the Intercepting Fist, famous Jeet Kune Do practitioners. Bruce Lee might be the father of Jeet Kune Do, but he's not the only one who's mastered its intricacies. There are a handful of other badasses who've carried the torch and spread the gospel of the Intercepting Fist. Dan Inman, this dude was one of Bruce Lee's closest students and a certified instructor. He's dedicated his life to preserving and teaching Lee's original art. Richard Bustillo, another one of Lee's original students. Bustillo is known for his incredible speed and precision. He's trained countless law enforcement officers and military personnel. Ted Wong, a close friend and training partner of Bruce Lee, Wong developed his own unique approach to Jeet Kune Do, emphasizing fluidity and adaptability. These guys are just the tip of the iceberg. There are countless other practitioners out there, each adding their own flavor to the art of Jeet Kune Do. Section 7. Finding Your Own Path. The Enduring Legacy of Jeet Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do is more than just a martial art. It's a philosophy, a way of life. It's about constantly questioning, adapting, and evolving. It's about breaking free from limitations and forging your own path. Bruce Lee didn't intend for Jeet Kune Do to be a rigid system. He wanted it to be a living, breathing art, constantly evolving and adapting to the individual. So, if you're thinking about dipping your toes into the world of martial arts, Jeet Kune Do is definitely worth checking out. Just remember, it's not about imitating Bruce Lee, it's about finding your own expression of combat. It's about unleashing your inner warrior, pushing your limits and becoming the best version of yourself. That's the true legacy of Jeet Kune Do.